Guys, I'm going to help you with 4-4 day 2. It's a hard assignment, so I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to get some help. If you're stuck at home, I didn't want you to be stressed out. Now remember, the whole front page 1 through 8 was optional to do, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to number 9. Let's talk about laser tag. So arena A, the slope is 225, the y-intercept is not there, so it's 0. And remember, your slope label is y per x, dollars per hour, and your y-intercept is a y label only, dollar, initial value. On arena B, we did rise over run for the graph, and we talked about how we use these 2 dots to make it easier. So it was up 4 boxes of 50, which is 200, and then right all the way to 1. So up 200 over 1 is a slope of $200 per hour, and then the y-intercept is at up 1, which is half of 100, which is $50 initial value. Now, if I go too fast, just pause it. Then to compare, remember, arena A costs more per hour, but has a smaller initial value. Or you could have said arena B costs less per hour, but has a larger initial value. So it doesn't matter which arena you talk about. These 3 words could be replaced no matter which one you talk about. So it just kind of gives you an idea of what to use. Let's talk about landscaping. Lovely Lawns has a slope of 15 and a y-intercept of 20. And remember, the slope is a y per x label, dollars per hour, and the y-intercept is a y label only, dollar, initial value. Now from a table, the slope is the change in y over the change in x. So this is going up by 20 and up by 1. You put the change in y on top, the change in x in bottom, and reduce. Now the b is the value of y when x equals 0. So we have to take the pattern backward. 1 minus 1 is 0. 20 minus 20 is 0, so the b is 0. So that's a $20 per hour and a $0 initial value. So I chose to talk about Lovely Lawns. Lovely Lawns charges less per hour, but has a larger initial value. Or you could have said Mike's Mowers charges more per hour and has a smaller initial value. Now, the 3 hours of work. Notice that for 3 hours of work, Mike's Mowers, you can find 3 hours in the table. 3 hours of work costs $60. So there is no math, you just use the table. Whereas Lovely Lawns, you have to use the equation. Y equals 15x plus 20. You use x equals 3 for 3 hours of work, and then you do the math and get $65. And your answer is Mike's because 60 is less than 65. Remember, if I go too fast, just pause it. The last one is comparing 2 birthday party packages. The slope is 7, the y-intercept is 5. The slope label is y per x, dollars per person, $7 per person. And the y-intercept is a y label only, dollar, initial value. Now for package B, it's the change in y over the change in x for your slope. So if you don't know how to get from 25.5 to 32, you take 32 minus 25.5. That gives you 6.5. 3 to 4 is going up by 1. You put the change in y on top, the change in x in bottom, and reduce. And then remember, the y-intercept is the value of y when x equals 0. So we have to take the pattern backward 1 time. 1250 minus 650 is 6. So your B is 6. That's $6.50 per person and a $6 initial value. Remember, whatever labels you have for the first one, you just transfer over to the second. Your sentence, you could say package A costs more per person but has a smaller initial value, or package B costs less per person but has a larger initial value. And then to compare, if 4 people are going to go, for package A, you use math. You have to use x equals 4 into the equation they gave us. Notice they gave us an equation. So you use x equals 4 into the given equation and you get $33. But for B, package B, you use the table. You find 4 hours in the table. So 4 hours is $32 in the table. And then you compare. I'll choose package B because 32 is less than 33. And so I know I went over that pretty quickly, but you can pause at any time or watch it again to help you fill that in. But remember, this is all over your test. So this was an informal test review. Everything that we're doing tomorrow in the test review is repeated here. So please, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Let me know if I can help you in any way.